Here we go. Here we go. Maybe there's an error.
JC420
There's an error.
Right? An error.
I just got an error trying to go live. Hold on. Let me try again.
From who?
An error occurred. Wait a minute and try again. So I am.
Who's got time? Who can deal with this?
Okay, here we go. Right as we're trying to go live, we get a message from StreamYard. Error. Please try again. Oh, did you get an error on your end too? Okay, here we are. We're live. We're live. Oy vey. It's going to be a very Monday. So there you go. And Adrienne is Darth Adrienne over here.
I don't think
She's very dark today. It's not very lit. She's got a dark background. We're just dark. We're just dark today. So we got to bring some brightness, a little bit of brightness.
Get A-Town in here now.
I know. A-Town's going to be here around noon, maybe a little bit after. He will be here to chat about Emerge, and I have to show you some of the things I've been making. So this was my Oscar one on the end there, and that one animated is hilarious because the little crypto Ray on my shoulder jumps out and runs up to the stage like he's accepting an Oscar. Sorry, Timothy. And then a little something for Ides of March, and then statuettes. I love Farcaster, which was popping off. So we're going to talk about all these things when A-Town joins us later, probably in about 30-ish minutes. But before that, we have lots of Farcaster and Clanker news to chat about. So we're going to start with that. And but before that, but wait, there's more. We're going to do a quick little intro. So we'll be back on the other side of the 67 seconds. And while we're doing that, tell your friends, retweet, recast, tell all the folks that they should come join us for the fun show today. And we'll see you on the other side of the 67 seconds. Welcome to GM Farcaster, bringing you everything from breaking news to spicy memes to the deep lore shaping this vibrant digital community. More than just a show, GM Farcaster is your digital third space where the community connects, the stories unfold, and the culture thrives. Whether you're a daily caster or just dropping by, we've got the latest buzz to keep you plugged in. So grab your coffee and let's dive in with your hosts, NounishProf and Adrienne, for another episode of GM Farcaster. This episode of GM Farcaster is powered by Clanker. Each Monday, we'll bring you the latest news from the Clanker team and highlight the builders innovating with Clanker and Farcaster. Visit clanker.world to launch your token and check out all the new features that Clanker V4 has to offer. Thank you, Clanker, for sponsoring GM Farcaster. GM Farcaster. It is Monday, March 16th, and you are here with NounishProf and Adrienne for 29 minutes of Farcaster news to start your day, plus a chat with A-Town from Emerge, and they're doing some new stuff, so we're going to be chatting about that. And I'm just making sure things are getting tweeted out properly, and they are, and just doing a quick little recast. Because in the little, the little area at the top of the Twitter app, it will have the streaming ones first, and I don't see us up there. So something's different, but they did get tweeted out, so therefore, or Z'd out, or whatever we want to call it now. So all good. All right. Adrienne, did you have a lovely weekend?
Had a lovely weekend. Was not in New York City, unfortunately. I'm sorry to disappoint you and Kenny.
That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate.
But had a lovely weekend.
So for those who don't know, there is a POIDH, Picks or It Didn't Happen bounty. I don't know if it's still out there, but it was for like $100 or something. If you would go stand in the middle of New York, LA, or there was one more.
Chicago?
Maybe Chicago, I can't remember. And you would hold a sign that says, I love Farcaster, like this one on the end here. And I was like, Adrienne, are you in New York? Because you could just whip that up real quick. Just have a little sign, go stand in the middle of Times Square. No one would even notice.
Seriously.
No one would care. Weird things happening in Times Square is just, another day. But anyway, unfortunately, you were not there. Howdy to all. Excreted out. Yes. Yeeted out, excreted out. Yes. Lots of ways to tweet it out. All right. Let's get into this. We've got some things to chat about. And I didn't want to go to that one first. Let me slide back for a minute. First up, I just wanted to share this from Priyanka. I used to be cool, but now notifications like this leave me with happy tears. Ethereum hits 30-day high. I'm like, you know what? 5 ETH, 5K ETH would fix everything that ails me right now. I'm not even joking. Not even kidding. And I think everyone in this chat would feel the same right about now. We also had Pi Day. We had Pi Day on Saturday, and then we had a little Ides of March. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun things. And this is my animated version of the Ides of March going on there, which I just thought was hilarious. So lots of things. And then coming up tomorrow, we won't be here. So I'm going to just, give a shout out to all my Irish friends. Oops, see the green never shows up. The green doesn't show up, but this is my Notre Dame Fighting Irish mug. So there you go. St. Patrick's Day is tomorrow. And as a reminder, shamrocks and four-leaf clovers are two different things.
We get this lesson every year. We get this lesson every year. I think
you do. All my friends on Facebook do. They were the first offenders. Every year I have to bring it back. Yes, Ice Toad, you made it. You made it in. Congratulations. It's been a minute. So
apparently YouTube's not allowing people to join our stream or some reason. Like, by the way, this is why you can't depend on any one platform because they all F you at some point. I mean, I know obviously people are on YouTube because
I see them.
We see them, but something was happening. So
something. Maybe that was the issue. We had some weird error at the beginning of this show. So if you're having a problem, maybe but if you have a problem and I'm telling you this is really not going to matter because you're not seeing it. Yeah. If you're trying to get into YouTube right now,
maybe you're listening later to the recording.
Close your YouTube and try again. I don't know. Yeah, there was something weird that happened with StreamYard right at the beginning of the show, so that might have contributed. All right, let's move on. This from Brad Q. 29 seconds of Farcaster. What did you miss this weekend? Let's start with good news for Vibe coders. Claude is doubling usage in off-peak hours for the next 2 weeks. I'm sure a lot of folks listening to this will be appreciative of that. Limone.eth announced a Farcaster agent bootcamp starting March 30th, and we'll talk more about that. FC is experimenting with better discovery for mini apps and easier building. We're going to dive into that one. Vitalik shared a new Ethereum mandate here. I thought it was a manifesto, but maybe it's a mandate. And we'll talk about that. And Jacek shared previews of DGen 2026. We are going to be chatting with Jacek on Wednesday. He is going to pop by as our guest, and we're going to dive into my first question is, what's up with the sloth? Talk to us about the sloth. I need to have a better understanding of the sloth. But we're going to be chatting with him then. And then Better with Burr mini app released a new game called Letter Loops. And I did not know that was related to Better with Burr. And I don't know how I didn't know that. And we'll likely have a big week with plans for March Madness. So check out Better with Burr. And then, of course, he shouted us out. So if you are not following Brad Q, you really should be. He does a lot of good summaries. And he also is curating the pulse on sofa.social, SOPHA.social. Moving on. This from Rish. So this is long, and I'm going to read quite a bit of it. So bear with me here. We're experimenting with better first-class experiences for builders on Farcaster. This means both better discovery. If you launch something new, doesn't need to be an app. There is now a specific feed on the second tab that showcases this. Top carousel picks up new trading apps automatically. 2, easier building. Instead of juggling different apps, build directly within Farcaster. No separate email login or account setup. Share directly to the network when done. We will iterate through this as we learn. Feedback is welcome. The goal is the same as what we stated when we started the acquisition process. See screenshot linked article. The approach is in line with the prototype we shared earlier here. So I also, for building with Nanar, they did add a little easier access to the Nanar Studio within the mini app area. And a little bit more here with fact, what does it mean for this to be an experiment? We will remove things that don't work. E.g., we tested a Grok light icon on CAS with Nanar AI. That didn't get enough usage, so we removed it, and it got a lot of complaints. That's what it got. So there you go. B, you can use this. Anyone using the Farcaster app, everyone can also start building for free. C, how will this grow the network? What's next in this area? Lots more work needs to be done to make the entire experience and funnel smooth to for bringing on new users. These are the foundational blocks. Have to fix onboarding to be less trader-centric, allow apps to onboard new users, etc. D, how much money is Nanar making from this? None. We are losing money on every prompt, every app, by subsidizing every builder. The goal is to make Farcaster a network more suited to making and sharing new things on the internet. It's not possible to make profits on vibe coding products today. If you have ideas or questions, respond in the thread below. So there you go. I did like that under the new area, or recent, I guess it's called. It should be called new. My new Formcaster thing got picked up. Oh, there it is. Which I had just launched that day. So that was cool.
Yeah.
Even though it's really not even fully out in the world and fully tested yet, you still can see those things. And especially from builders that that's going to be really useful, where you may not, normally have seen something new that they picked up or that they had released. They might have a smaller following. We've had a lot of very small builders who build cool stuff, and sometimes it's hard to surface that, or even takes a little while, even for us who spend a ridiculous amount of time looking at the feed. So very cool. So that was very cool to see, and a little bit more here from Rish, if you want to dive in. So there's going to be iterations on this. One of the big things that I saw from a lot of folks is that it was harder to find their most recently used apps, which used to show up first. And here's a hack for you. If you click the search icon, it shows you those first. So it shows you that same kind of little bar of your most recently used apps. So do that for now. They've heard the feedback. They've said they're going to make some changes. So, but for now, there's a little hack for you. All right, moving on. Anything else to say about that before I move on? She's like, nope. Nope. I am.
Said it all.
I am dark Adrienne today, and I have nothing else to say. This from Clanker, new Clanker UI to go alongside our BSC launch, making it easier for projects, teams, communities, and traders. Clank. So this is on clanker.world, I believe. And they did add the Binance chain. So you can now launch on BSC. Just add on BSC when launching a token. So if you're tagging Clanker, be sure to note the chain, and then if you're doing it on clanker.world, you can select which chain you want to launch on, because there's multiple now that you can launch. So you can also launch on Arbitrum, and is Solana in there now? I think Solana's in there. I don't remember. There's a few things. So being real good product spokesperson here, ambassador. So you have multiple options here for which chains you want to launch on. And again, if you're launching using the @Clanker on Farcaster, just make sure you're specific as to which chain you want to launch on. So this is cool to see. And this is all while Dish is on vacation. So there you go.
Amazing.
So decentralized. All right, this from Manan. We had this weird thing happening where the wallet balances were not showing properly. So this was from Manan. All widespread wallet balance related issues should be fixed now. Please report by replying if that's not the case. One known edge case fix that's in progress. Tokens with super low liquidity USDC pair are not priced correctly. So if they're paired with USDC rather than paired with ETH, they might not be showing correctly. So just be aware. And if you have anything else that your C is missing or off, make sure you report it here. Yeah, mine were like all kinds of crazy for a little bit there. So I was like, oh, I seem to be missing a lot of money. But it was there. It was there. We just had to find it. This also, we got a little issue with reconnecting to X accounts. And Nanar said, it's not just you. X reauth can fail if the prior token expired or permissions changed. Try this. Fully disconnect X in your Farcaster client settings, log out of X in your browser, clear cache, or use incognito, reconnect, and reapprove all permissions. If it still loops, it's usually an OAuth callback mismatch or stale session on X's side. If this is happening inside Nanar powered flow, drop the exact error and client and we'll dig in. So I think this is when people are changing usernames and things like that, or they somehow, maybe they enter permissions on one side or the other.
This may be something that just broke during,
it
could be broken during the transition from Merkle to Nanar.
It could be.
So, and because I tried this with Word a Day, I was trying to link the X account and I got an error. Okay. And I was like, okay, I don't know if this error is on X's side. I didn't know if it was on Farcaster. I kind of just ignored it. But then I was building something using Twitter authorization. I was getting the same error and realized it was on it was like had to do with that callback URL.
Okay.
So it made me think maybe this is just a like a collateral damage with the transition, and it may just not be working for anyone.
Okay. So I think it's been flagged. Yeah, we'll flag. Okay. Yeah. So Rish is aware. They've flagged it. So I think there's, something's broken, and you're right. It's probably handovers and things like that may have broke some stuff. All right. So if you're having this issue, just know they're aware and they're fixing. So don't listen to Nanar. He's wrong. You can try that. It might fix it, but probably not.
He had it was good advice, and
it was.
He did mention that it's usually an OAuth callback mismatch, and that's I think that's probably what it is my guess. Yeah. But we have no idea. But Rish, they'll get it fixed.
They'll get it fixed. All right, moving on. This from Decrypt. Dubai's token 2049. TON crypto conferences canceled as Iran conflict rages on. A pair of planned Dubai conferences, token 2049 and TON Connect, have been pulled from the calendar amid Middle East unrest. And yeah, I'm seeing a lot of anything that's happening in Dubai is probably not happening. So just plan accordingly. Anything that's happening in the Middle East, I would say, totally. But especially, there do tend to be a lot of crypto-related events that happen in the Dubai area. So that's not going to be happening. I think I saw something about, I don't know if it was both of these or one of them moving to Miami, possibly. So just look for that if this is something that you're planning to attend. Consensus is also in Miami in May, but it overlaps with FarCon, so I won't be going, but there's a few things happening in Miami as well. This from Limone, calling all builders, Farcaster Agenic Bootcamp, March 30th to April 10th. Get hands-on with Farcaster primitives, build mini apps and autonomous agents that post, coordinate, and transact with the social graph. Build and learn alongside the OG builders. This is you learning and then building in the online hackathon, where winners get a free FarCon Rome ticket and showcase on stage in Rome. We're already over 180 applications. Come join us. So this is very cool. I think you said you're going to be doing this, correct? Are you
I
planning
did
to?
say that, and I did sign up, and then I just planned a vacation that entire week.
Oh, that's right.
I was looking at my calendar, and I'm like, boot camp. So, yeah, Lamone, you can give my seat to someone else. I'm off that week.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That does line up with school vacation week. So by the way, we'll also be off that week, which we haven't announced yet, but we've got one more week before that. Coming soon. We've got a couple of weeks before that happens. Because I realize my kiddo's the same break.
Still want to do something with the hackathon though.
Yeah. But what are you going to do? Like, how are you going to do? It's going to be a little late. Like, I guess we could review.
Is after. So I think the boot camp is to help you get up to speed about things.
Oh, got it. Okay.
And then the hackathon is still virtual. I think the hackathon is afterwards.
Got it. Okay. So this is the boot camp itself to get you ready to participate in the hackathon. Got it. Thank you for clarifying. All right. Amazing. This from Brad Q. The demise of projects and mini apps seem to be contagious and spreading throughout Farcaster like a cold through an elementary school. Let's also recognize that there is a pervasive surviving and thriving of apps that simply don't get a special announcement. Betterment, supporting creators and building community. GM Farcaster, enough said. No, say more. Never enough. Say more.
Hey, that's us.
That's us. Or today. That's also you. Taking the timeline by storm. Better with Burr, starting to carve out a space. Separate from Betterment, by the way. It's a whole separate app. Other activities, just related, but not the same. QR.fun, keeping attention alive in the bear on all the places, expanding to iOS recently, which I still need to go test that out. Glanker, shout out to Divifly and your Berserker. And Jordan, I think I saw you in the chat there. Sofa, curating the great stuff. I would definitely recommend checking out sofa.social, as I mentioned them before. And, you know, there's more, but man, it's tough. It's tough out there. I would also shout out Emerge. We're going to be talking with A-Town in a little bit amongst traders for the new ones. There's a few other new ones that I'm going to talk about in just a bit. So, but there's a few OGs still hanging in there, and we're one of them. So there we go. And then this on the same lines from Kenny, POIDH is not shutting down its infrastructure, nor ceasing operations. Quotecasting Hire is not shutting down its infrastructure, nor ceasing operations. And this little copy pasta went on for a bit. I also posted it while saying, as long as Adrienne agrees. We're not shutting down, but as long as she agrees. I can't speak for us both. I had to make sure I put you in there. All right, let me get this next group of things we need to talk about open. We got some builders that are still building things. So it's very, you know, we continue on. Bear or bull. We keep going. And I also have Formcaster, which I launched last week, but really haven't done too much with. So if you're waiting to hear back from me, just hold tight. And I also launched Sunday Comics yesterday, but ran into a problem with Paragraph. And I'm like, Paragraph, are you there? Colin? Hi. Are you still there? I'm getting nervous about them, by the way. I am thinking they might be following suit, but haven't heard anything. This is just more of a gut based on all the other things.
You know, we used to say no news is good news. And I think in the world of startups, no news is not very rarely good.
No, not good. Not good at all. Quiet usually means something. So, and I haven't heard much from Paragraph in a while. Yeah. So I think they made that run at Coining also that maybe did not go great. So I think that, you know, I wouldn't be surprised, but I know nothing. But just FYI, because I have a couple more of those things to talk about in just a moment. So moving on. Whoops, this one. But speaking of people who just keep going, let's celebrate.
Let's talk about those people.
Let's celebrate those people for a minute in our 349th episode today. This from Push, who's been doing our clips for a little bit, which we had to put just a smidge on hold, but hopefully we'll be bringing back soon. Picture 5 years of your life, 1,825 days. Now picture having a daily habit that takes 3/4 of an hour each day. You don't really know why you're doing it, but you still wake up every day, every goddamn morning, knowing that mission won't carry on itself. So you put the work in day after day, hour after hour, minute after minute. You don't really know where you're going, but you just know you're willing to die for it. Then you use the time you have left every day to speak about it, tell people your story, trying to make an impact, trying to make everyone believe they can be like you, they can have the delusional self-belief too. But the world is not ready for your empathy. So everything you're doing becomes even more foggy and sometimes meaningless to your eyes. You question yourself, am I losing time? Should I do something else? Should I stop? Should I change? Should I sell my soul? And in that dark cloud of disbelief, you're forced to deal with this tiny little flame in you that won't go away. So what you once started as a habit became stubbornness, and you find yourself hiding in this infinite loop of inner serenity just to preserve your inner child dreams and to try and make it right for him. And then you look back at it. You stop for a second to admire what you did. It makes you feel good for a minute. It makes that child feel proud of you. But it's somehow not enough. It's not what you've worked hard for. It's just a bunch of disconnected dots that only make sense to you, not others. I don't know how many more years that tiny little fire will find a way to sheathe that pale light of hope in the blackest of smokes. All I know is that I will do anything in my power to make that little kid proud of me again, day after day, whatever it takes. So this was 5 years of doing his art every day. And when I read this, I also think of somebody like Beeple, who's been doing it for like over 15 years, Song a Day Man, who's over 16 years, like the artists who have a daily ritual of doing something every single day is so impressive. Mm-hmm. So shout out to you, Push, and all the folks like you, because that is quite an accomplishment. Any thoughts there, Adrienne?
No, just echo.
Just same.
Echo the same.
Yep. So thanks, Push, for sharing that. That was pretty deep. This from Chaskin. I encourage you to actually read the mandate. It is a mandate. I don't know why I thought it was a manifesto. I encourage you to actually read the mandate and take in the images. It's weird. It's intentionally weird. It's like Zelda on LSD. Aha. The greatest innovators in history were weird and curious people. Leonardo da Vinci was weird, matchlessly weird, and nothing to be done about it. I hope people say the same thing about Ethereum community 500 years from now. I don't think there's any doubt about that. So this was today, the Foundation's board released the EF mandate. This document, which is first intended for EF members, reaffirms the promise of Ethereum, the role of EF within this ecosystem. So give this a read when you have a chance. I will be honest, I have not read it. I did look at some of the images. They are weird. And I think Zelda on LSD is a perfect.
I think maybe we should all take LSD and read it together. Yeah, I'm down. Obviously, Jason 420 has put out on LSD. Not kidding. We know you're not kidding. You don't have to say not kidding.
No.
We believe you.
Oh, that's funny. And A-Town, I see you down there. I'm going to do a couple more quick updates, and then we'll bring you on up. Wow, joined at the right time.
Erica, are you in for the LSD reading of the Ethereum mandate? Is that?
I think that's a yes.
That's what you mean.
Maybe this is how we get more people to come to FarCon. Side event, reading the EF mandate on LSD. Okay, so I was using Noise to do some word up tipping to those who are doing word a day, and I noticed like the past couple of days, I'm like, something's not working. Something doesn't look right. I don't think something's working right. Because usually you can see in your history what was sent. And for a while, it'd been like, sometimes it wouldn't send and I'd have to redo, but it was still working. And then it just wasn't working. So I did tag the Noise and Noise app and Tyke. and did get this message. Hey, we've deprecated the noise tipping app on Farcaster. We're working on a launchpad for early stage founders. Noise.so. So there you go. Would have appreciated maybe a little bit of more of a heads up proactively, not because I asked. So if you're using noise, I would go and go to your revoke signers. So we've told you how to do that before. If you go to your settings, advanced, connected apps, and you may want to revoke permissions there. So there you go. Yeah, I was like, oh, that's an interesting way for me to find out. Anyway,
you're just a journalist. You're got to gather the news and
gathering the news.
Share.
Gathering the news. This from Rip's app. Welcome to Planks. Instead of ripping packs, you're dropping balls through a board to unlock tokens. Simple, fast, addictive. Addictive. Let me say that again. Every player this week qualifies for first Planks airdrop. Planks TGE soon. Alpha now open to the community. If you know the Rips mini app, then you're familiar with this team. Planks is like Plinko from I'm going way old school that nobody's going to even freaking know what I'm talking about. But do you know the Price is Right, people?
Yes, if you're of a certain age and you were ever homesick from school, you know how to play.
I don't think it's working. Or it's not working for me on here. I played it way too much is what I will say, because it was addictive. But you get one free play a day. It's fun. It's just like you're sending a ball down a little thing, and it's pretty fun. So that's all. And you win tokens as you play. So there you go. Go try it out. This from Rish. Jonathan, this was the report Jonathan's app generated for nanar.com was pretty accurate. This was from Jonathan Colton, our friend here. Founder Friends, this is a V2 of the distribution coach. It analyzes your landing page to ensure it lands with your target customers. Share your website URL and it will tell you what your page communicates about your problem, solution, and target market. So pretty cool. And Rish found it helpful. So go check that out. And lastly, this from Toady, there was an important PSA where they had to temporarily pause the not so infinite round on Betterment because one of the infrastructure partners, and I think I can say who it was now, it was Blueprint, was having some issues. That's where the NFTs are stored. And they were having some issues. That was fixed. So now it is back up and running. So just to let y'all know, that's what was going on there. All right. Let me switch gears. We are going to bring up our friend A-Town in just 1 second. And I am excited to chat about some of the new things going on there. And let's bring up A-Town to the stage. Welcome. Welcome back, I should say.
How y'all doing?
Good.
Hey, oh my God, it's a 3-hat day.
Triple hatter.
I like that hat. I like your hat.
She's got the fox.
Yeah, it's cute.
I know. She's got her own.
I like your Warplet shirt. Nice.
Right?
Dripped out over here.
I'm dripped out. It's cute.
I went full emerge for the
I see that. I see that. I like that hat a lot. I want the hat. I like the hat.
I have one for you right here next time I see you.
Okay.
I got you.
Okay, because I need that hat.
I only made 25 of them. This hat's actually rarer than the 37 hat. Wow. So
I will send you funds to ship it to me.
Yeah. DM me. I'll mail you one. Just DM me your
grab
address.
It before he gives it away. Because I want it.
I got you.
I'm slightly obsessed with Emerge. So you've had some new things, but let's just take a quick step back just in case we've got, a bunch of folks, almost 700-ish or whatever, watching 650-ish, watching over on Twitter, and they may not be familiar with Emerge. So what is Emerge before we dive into all the new stuff so people understand?
Cool. Emerge is an app that basically lets you monetize like AI prompts to create content. And what it allows you to do is tag our agent or open up our app, and you can give it a prompt for like a visual output, basically. And then we take your prompt, we process it, and we create a like a comfy UI workflow that will generate really nice, high quality AI content, and it's personalized content. So it takes in your PFP as a seed, as an input, and then runs it through the prompt. And you get kind of like your personalized version of that prompt. And the creator of the prompt basically earns money when you use their prompts.
Perfect. And
hey, Town, let's just hold on. Can we just, for people who aren't familiar, to give like the example, remember when your entire feed was full of Giblified images?
Yes. Yeah. That was actually the big inspiration for Emerge. So there's a perfect perfect story here.
Amazing. So like everyone's doing Giblify. So all everyone did was, oh, I see you're doing that. I go to ChatGPT or I don't know, like wherever, I have them create it, I post it. And what Try Emerge does using the app is makes it super easy to generate, but you as like if you're the one who kind of created that trend, then you can monetize it.
You're getting rewarded.
Like you're kind of based on.
Yeah, the goal was to give people tools to be able to like almost create like provenance of taste. So like if you saw something going down in the real world, like the Oscars are happening, or JD Vance fucks a couch or whatever, you can like turn it into a funny prompt, and then people can participate in the meme, and we let you do that directly from the timeline. You don't have to leave the platform. And the person who had the wherewithal to kind of like turn it into a collection, they earn as everyone dogpiles in and participates in the meme.
So speaking of the Oscars.
This is awesome. I haven't seen this one. I
created this one first. So I did a Pixar style group one, but I said, keep Timothy in there. Keep Timothy Chalamet in there, and put everybody else in the audience. So you got Brad Q way in the back. He's up in the balcony. And this is JC, and Adrienne Fox ends up in the weirdest places because it doesn't always become a character. She's a purse. She's actually you're a clutch.
I'm an accessory.
You're an accessory in this moment. Both JC and I are holding you as a clutch. I love that Burr is taking a selfie. And then I was able to animate it, and we get this version where my Crypto Ray Ray is actually apparently won an Oscar and is running to the stage. So sorry, Timothy, you lost to Crypto Ray Ray.
The one you did also with Michael B. Jordan at In-N-Out was so good. It was like one of the best group photo ones I've ever seen, honestly.
I gotta pull that one up. I forgot I did that one like just this morning. But this was one, I love the MFers in this one. I just think that's hilarious. The other version.
The video is so good. I haven't seen this one.
So good. So good. Came out so good. And then you can go in and generate, or now you can buy the token. So we'll talk about that in just a second, but you can go in and generate. You can pick your own friends to do it with if it's a group photo. And then you can also, if it's an individual one, you can do it. Somebody mentioned this in our chat. You can gift it. So that I love that you can do like a little gift for somebody else. I've done that many times for many people when I just wanted to see what theirs was going to look like. I've done that for Adrienne many times.
Yeah,
many times.
The group photos and the gifting, I think, are two of our best features because it makes like content creation multiplayer, and that's really what we were going for, is like a way to let the users draw in more people by what Adrienne's into, so you can create stuff for her when it's like a meme or a thing that you think that she would resonate with, and so that just lets the meme spread to the right people, basically.
And here's the Michael B. Jordan one you were speaking of. This is also a Pixar version, but this is when he went to In-N-Out. If you guys didn't see that, after the Oscars. So I dropped the photo in there and then just said, make it like Pixar style, add these people, make it a group photo. Instead of the workers, put us in there in the back. And so you're Berserker, you made it into this one. Brad Q, Burt Wurst is right there, Symbio, and me. So with always my pizza and my dog. So amazing. It was fun. It was a fun one. So I love being able to be creative without having any artistic ability whatsoever.
That's my tagline, is like we created Emerge so that you don't have to have any technical or creative ability. You just need an idea and an internet connection, and that's it.
And then I want to show one more thing that some folks, if you're new to Emerge, you may not realize this, but I have like a claim up here, which I won't do right now, but I'm getting a piece of anything that someone else generates that I created. So that's what's happening there. Or now with new tokens, and we'll talk about that in a second, you can see that what I've earned and what I've spent, I tend to just put it right back in and spend more. So
that's the dream for me. So I like it.
You're perfect. I am literally your perfect customer.
You really are the perfect user.
I'll do it.
It's a beautiful thing to watch.
I am just constantly, I've made so many, like so many over time. There's the one I made for Adrienne, that one. And then people make them for me as well. Like half of these I didn't even make myself. Like I didn't make that one, but it's cool. So sometimes people make them for me. Sometimes I create my own. Sometimes I see something on the timeline and just go create a zillion of them. So yeah, I really love Emerge. So I'm a big fan. But there's a new thing you created. I'm going to go to this one to kind of show, hopefully, maybe I am. Oh, that didn't work. Let me see if I can go into this one. Nope. Let me go back.
Click the title from the
wait a minute. Yeah.
Right there where it says Pixar style, click that title and that'll take you to
take me out. Okay.
The collection page.
Yeah. There we go. Come on. Maybe. All right, let me circle back. But let's talk about, before we show that, there's a new integration that you added with tokens. So can you explain what's happening there? And while I bring up statuettes, because that was the one I wanted to show anyway.
Sure.
So talk about like what you guys did recently, what this new addition is.
Yeah, so my desire was always that we would be able to bring these workflows or these collections on chain. And the obvious thing would be to like actually make the outputs be on chain, which I'll talk about that in a second. But when I think about how like a meme proliferates, there's like two things that happen. Like the content gets shared widely and created widely, which I feel like we've like nailed that already. And we have that flywheel going. And then someone tokenizes it and the token itself goes viral, and that creates new discovery surfaces that don't have feeds, right? Like people are watching trending surfaces on different deck screeners and Telegram chats and stuff like that. And so like when the 37 workflow went crazy and then Martin created the 37 token, that token did like 3 million in the first day. And like people were trading that token and they probably had no idea what the underlying meme was, right? So it allowed the meme to like expand beyond the Farcaster universe into the broader like crypto Twitter universe, right? So my desire was that like you're kind of getting a meme coin in a box. You get like the content engine and you get the market for it all in one with this new feature. And so the new feature was basically, we decided that anyone who launches a workflow can tokenize it and turn it into an ERC20 token. And we wanted to figure out like incentive mechanisms that continue to get people to generate. So what we've done is when you, the workflow creator, launch a token, you get 75% of the swap fees on that token. And then the other 25% Emerge takes as our like platform fee. But it's what we do with the supply of the token that's kind of interesting. So the creators share that you get 25%, but it's locked up for 2 weeks. Anyone who generated on your collection before you launch the token, they actually get a share of the token, like
that's really cool.
24-hour airdrop. We basically set aside 20% of the token for like supporters, right? And we have that 20% is distributed amongst the first 100 people to generate on your workflow. So let's say 3 or 4 people generated before you even launch the token. Those 3 or 4 people, they're going to get their tokens a day after you launch the token, so that, you know, they're getting basically rewarded for being early, right? And they can kind of like get those tokens in their hands ahead of time. Once the token launches, however many of those 100 spots are left, those people also earn tokens, but they get theirs a week after they generate. So they have like a week to claim, right?
Okay.
And it's on a decaying curve. So like the first person to generate gets the most tokens and the last person gets the least. So it's like,
that's cool.
The earlier you are, the more of the supply you're getting. So like position 1 is getting like 0.5% of the supply, right? And then position 100, they're getting peanuts, but it's still better than nothing, right? And so all of these numbers are just like, honestly, we just figured out math that we felt good about, and we'll kind of play around with it and stuff like that. But the underlying goal was like, how do we incentivize people to take the main action that we want them to take, which is pay 25 cents to get your output. Right now, honestly, I think the first couple of people will actually make money. They'll make a profit.
Yeah,
pay the 25, get their tokens, and then sell them. Obviously, we're launching these at like a $2,000 market cap. They're paired to USDC, and we're launching them at 2,000 market cap. So like 99% of these tokens will probably not be worth much. But the whole point is like the person who launches the token now has a vehicle to create a market for the meme that they're proliferating. And if they want to go build on top of that token, they can, and they can drive value back to that token. And the first people who generate it on their workflows will be kind of like be part of that journey with them. So it lets you kind of like cultivate a community around the meme. Many of these things are ephemeral and have 24-hour lifespans anyway. Yep. But like, you know, for every 1,000 of those, there's going to be one that, you know, breaks the broader crypto zeitgeist and maybe has some staying power. And so we just wanted to give people the vehicles to just fuck around and find out, you know, just like launch a bunch of memes, launch a bunch of tokens, tokenize every little meta that you see and see what happens. And what's cool is that if you have any sort of following on Farcaster, it is likely that snipers are just like waiting for you to launch tokens.
They really are.
What I'm doing is
really are.
I'm extracting the value from these people who are kind of like predatory and redistributing it to people who are actually like doing cool shit on the timeline, you know? So like I have no qualms from taking money from snipers personally. Like if they want to, that's why Statuette made $800 when she launched her token.
Right. Know? So I was just gonna share that. So we had Statuette launching this, and you shared, here's what Tri-Merge just made for me using PFP in the City, Square holding sign by Statuette, Spark Yours Up Now. Also, she already made 800 plus by simply tokenizing her collection. So that was very cool. And here was the actual workflow here. And you can see all the different ones that have been launched. There's all mine in there. And then some of the other ones that have been added. So explain, and there's Statuettes. That's what I was trying to get down to. So you can see hers.
So if you scroll back up on that workflow page.
Yes.
There's a green section.
Ah, okay.
So you are going to get 425 million FLOVE tokens in 4 days and 2 hours because you generated on this workflow.
Oh, cool.
You generated after she launched the token. So that's why yours are locked up for a week.
Got it.
So you can
see.
Like,
so that's my question to you. When you hit launch token, does it launch right away or is there a delay?
It launches right away. We're using the Clanker SDK. We launched the token at a 2K market cap. It is instantly like tradable, basically. The creator of a workflow is always the first generator of a workflow because we generate their output first. So the creator of a workflow gets position 1 of 100, and they get those liquid basically within 24 hours. And then they also get 25% of the supply 2 weeks later. So that's so that they don't like dump right when they get them, basically.
Sure.
It gives the meme time to bubble up and you know, get some air. But that's generally how it works.
And then, so I think I may have my timing on one of them I did this weekend to test it out, which was the Ides of March one. I think something didn't go right, so I couldn't buy it. But I think it might have been timing on that because I think you guys in the background might have been when you were doing the switch from demo to the new thing or something. I don't know. Something didn't.
Yeah, we've had a lot of.
Yeah.
So obviously we had to replace our checkout tool because Dymo deprecated our checkout tool. Also, these are just brand new tokens and numbers, and so there's a lot of weird things happening. Like when you claim the airdrops, you actually can't see the balance in your Warplet because I don't know why, but they're not picking up these tokens yet. They're not indexing them yet. Like if you go look at your Warplet in Rabby or Rainbow, you'll probably see the balances, right?
Okay.
And then the other thing is just like we don't know what numbers make sense for liquidity. So like these tokens may not even be tradable because there might not be enough liquidity in there. But the whole point is like, we're bringing the horse to the water, right?
Yeah.
We can make you guys drink as far as like getting rewarded, but it's up to the person who launches the token to like do stuff to give it value, right? Like Statuettes had value instantly because she's a popular account and someone was squatting on it. And I think 2 snipers got wrecked and she made, you know, a bunch of money, and that's great, right?
That's great. She said she's using that. She's like, thank you for my my Farcon trip.
Yeah, that's what she told me, and I was like,
yeah, like that's awesome, great.
Hell yeah. And you know, Emerge made $250 on that, right? That
great.
That would take us 1,000 generations to recoup, right? Like it's just a much faster way to like figure out how to make money and like figure out where the value is in a meme, right? And
we're all for that because we want these tools to sustain because they're fun. So I'm all for that, like finding other ways to generate revenue. It's a feature, not a bug.
100%. That is the main takeaway you should take away from this conversation is like snipers getting wrecked is a feature, not a bug.
I mean, right? sometimes they profit, and that's good because that's what keeps them coming back. But sometimes they get wrecked, you know. So both things are good.
They may get hip to what we're doing here and stop squatting on these tokens that are getting launched, and that's just part of the game too, you know. But like, the future of this is how do we find better ways to drive liquidity back to the token? Maybe we cut some of the, like right now it's a 75-25 split on swap fees between the creator and Emerge. In the future, I might do things where if you hold a certain amount of Emerge, maybe you get a 90-10 split instead of a 75-25.
Oh, that's cool.
Or we might do something where we carve out 5% of that 100% and we automate buybacks on the token so that we're driving some liquidity back into the token. Like we're going to play around with different things, but
I think those are all great experiments because it's difficult, especially in the current market situation, but I think anytime to figure out the best way to manage the tokenomics for these smaller cap tokens or app coins. So I love that you're thinking about that and trying to dial it in to see what works. I'd be happy if I just end up, break even with what I'm putting into Emerge. I think that would be all it takes is like a massive win.
All it takes is one meme to pop off and you might, be in the green for a while, right? Like you might pay for your next years of generation.
Like, this is my Emerge money now. Like, go for it. That'd be great. These are goals.
Yeah, that's the goal, is just getting more people to. I'm trying to make it where people are less precious about launching tokens. Like, yes, you may get like random Twitter accounts DMing you like, oh, I just saw you launch this token.
Update the Dex Pro. Yeah.
What is this, right? Yeah, like
I'm getting them.
Yeah, we're gonna get that stuff for a while, but like soon people are gonna be launching tokens as frequently as they're popping off casts, in my opinion.
Right. Well, that was the theory. Didn't work out so good for BaseApp, but I think this direction is a little different. So we'll see. Go ahead.
We gotta keep trying things.
We do have to keep trying things. Yeah.
And by the way, with anything new, it's almost like the first implementation of something rarely works when something, it doesn't mean the idea is wrong. Is token launching paused right now in the app?
It shouldn't be.
Because your Berserker was trying to make a GM Farcaster one and says token launching paused.
Oh.
We were doing some database migration stuff, but I don't think it should be paused. Let me look.
We're don't mind us while we do customer support live.
If it's broken, we'll take a look at what's going on. But it should not be paused currently.
Yeah, it does say token launching paused. Okay. But
I think
can you launch it at any time? Like if you do an Emerge and you don't launch the token right at that moment, is that okay? If you see if it takes off a little bit before you launch a token? Or do you have to do it right at the same time?
No, I had played around with different models of how I wanted this to work. Like originally I was thinking I would wait until you reached a certain critical mass of like generations, and then we would invite you to optionally launch it, almost like like a pump fund graduation kind of thing where it's like, okay, your meme's starting to bubble up, like maybe you should tokenize it in this moment. But then I got worried that people would front run you and just clank it outside of Emerge. Like, and so I didn't want to lose the value capture of the person who created the meme being able to tokenize it. So that's why we came up with this like two-sided thing where it's like, launch it whenever you want. Whoever generated before that incentive mechanism was in place, they're going to get rewarded more because they were early and they get their tokens quicker and they get more of them. And whoever comes after, who knows that there's like a payout on the back end for doing it, they got to wait a couple of days to get theirs. But that's why we kind of like created this world where you as the workflow owner, the collection owner, can kind of choose when you want to do it, basically.
Okay. So that is so Jordan, you may still be able to do it, but oh, that's funny. I got a note about it, but maybe the app is getting a lot of traffic. There you go. Maybe we just generated tons of traffic while everybody's watching the show.
I'm literally screenshotting this error to my dev and being like, "What's going on here?" Because like, I don't. Oh, even
you got it too. Okay.
Well, I see this token launching is temporarily paused. Please try again later. I don't know what that's about, but we'll get it fixed.
All right. Adrienne, sorry, you had another question and I kind of jumped in there to clarify.
No, it wasn't even a question, just talking about kind of the model of the sniper fee, and just it's interesting as a way to kind of seed something early on, but you still then need to be thinking about sustainability. Not so much for Emerge necessarily, but just anyone kind of playing in this area. So
I mean, we wanted to maybe also think about doing something where like a portion of the 25 cents that you pay to generate is automatically just buying back the token. So that would create just like a direct, if the token's getting, if the workflow is going viral and getting a lot of people generating on it, then you get this, like perpetual buyback machine. But the numbers are just like, buying 12 cents or 10 cents of the token isn't going to really do anything. So like I ultimately decided not to add that additional complexity, but in the future I might add it where it's like you can pay 25 cents to generate plus an optional additional like buy on of the token, so that you could spend whatever you want. I want to do a $5 buy, I want to do a $10 buy, and no matter what you're spending, you're getting your output too. So that's another place where we may experiment to find just ways to add. It's really hard to like create demand for the token from within the product by itself. Like people have to be interested in the meme itself or the topic itself for it to kind of proliferate outside of Emerge. And one of the next things we're going to do is make Emerge be an app that anyone can use outside of Farcaster. So you could just log in with your Twitter and use it, as a standalone app. And so that's where hopefully we can go after a much bigger population of people on crypto Twitter who might want to kind of partake in a meme, right? And then the other thing
but for now, you have to come over to Farcaster, and that's not a bad thing. So come on over and play around.
Be our 38th and 39th user.
Yeah, exactly. Like
there's room.
I mean, Warplit brought a bunch of new people in, so I'm hoping we can also find ways to bring new people in for sure.
It's really fun because you get that specialization, like which I just love. That it's like it's me in this meme in some different way, and I don't know, it's always very creative and interesting and fun. So I think that is it actually is a perfect fit to meme coins in the way that you're not going to expect these to have staying power, and that's okay. Like they are a true meme, and that's okay because they might have a moment, they might have a day, they might have a week, who knows? They might be Doge, but it doesn't, there's less expectations, I guess is my point there.
I want everything to be low cognitive load on should I do this or should I participate in this. It should just be like, this is fun, this is cool, this is happening, fun. I want to like sign my name that I was there, like A-Town was here is basically like when you pay your 25 cents.
Ooh, we lost him.
All right.
I like how we lost him right after he said A-Town was here. A-Town was here.
That was such a good way to end. I mean,
what happened? Well, A-Town, if you're still around, come on back.
Come on back.
Come on back. Oh, he's back. He's back. There he is. Okay, he's back. By the way, that was hilarious that you said A-Town was here and then you disappeared.
I don't know what happened. My whole browser just crashed on me.
Oh no, you opened too many Emerge things. He was generating too many things. That was funny.
Yeah, I'm like rapidly closing tabs right now just in case.
I believe me when I say I know that pain. We've had many a time where I'm like, I think I'm going to disappear in a moment because I have too many tabs open. Anyway, A-Town out. It was just a mic drop. That's exactly it. That was funny. So, okay. So what else should folks know about Emerge, and what you guys have planned and what's animations wasn't that long ago. So you can generate, the static image first, then you can animate it, and the animations are really fun. And then now you've got the token in there. You've got the group workflows, which also very fun. What else should we be expecting? What else do you want people to kind of know about what's going on with Emerge?
Yeah, so the next big thing we're going to release is it's going to be like a separate app called Emergeables. And it's going to be very similar to the Emerge app as far as like the UX goes. But instead of launching collections, you're going to launch NFT collections. And so
cool.
The workflows will actually mint, like when you launch a workflow, you're going to launch an NFT collection on Arbitrum. And all the outputs will be NFTs on Arbitrum. They'll be tradable on OpenSea. There'll be royalties for the creator. But it still will be like this idea of like, personalized outputs. So it'll be kind of like Warplets, right? Like everyone got their own personalized NFT, and we'll share like the mint fees with the creators. They'll get the bulk of the mint fees. But this was something that we had put in an Arbitrum like grant application for toward the end of last year, and we got approved on it. And so the first milestone was just to start building it. And now once we deliver the actual working app, it'll unlock the next kind of like capital milestone for us, which is going to be huge because we are running out of money. So it's like always, just trying to keep Emerge going. And it'll be really nice to have another influx of capital to just keep working on other things. So yeah, tokens, NFTs, and then the big thing will be just letting people outside of Farcaster and Base app like try the magic. And we're rewrapping the app using Privy authentication so that you can log in with your Twitter, or you can log in with an EOA, but you have to link your Twitter. That way we can get a PFP from somewhere.
Right. Yeah, you got to be able to pull in the image.
And then once we get that out, then if things are going well, we will maybe try to build a WorldCoin version of our app where we have to think of a new flow of, because WorldCoin does not have PFPs or identities. So we'll have to kind of create like
an upload or something. Yeah.
Like an in-app set your profile picture when you log in kind of thing. So that's why we haven't gone there yet, is like, I didn't want to figure there's just so many things you can do in Emerge that I have to think through like every permutation of like the user experience. And I didn't want to open up that can of worms quite yet.
I've heard that there's a very large audience though that in that ecosystem. So who does use apps and likes apps, and so that I'm sure that's a good audience to target after you got the other stuff in place.
Yeah, so that's very cool. I feel like it's people in other sides of the world who probably can't afford a $20 a month ChatGPT subscription. So they may have never played around with like a Midjourney or a ChatGPT. And so this might be the first time they're getting this like magic of creating, visual content, and they can do it for pretty cheap. They're earning their $3 or $4 a month on free WorldCoins, and they can turn around and create fun workflows and maybe make money. And we figured out the issue, by the way. Our deployer wallet was low on gas, so we're going to fund that again, and you'll be able to launch tokens again here shortly.
Sorry, we used it up.
I just created one. If you couldn't tell when I was looking down.
This is when she goes quiet during the interview. She lets me do the hard work, and she's in the background trying the whatever. Like whoever we're interviewing, she's over there like going away.
I screenshotted us on doing this, and I created a guest spot on GM Farcaster.
Nice.
For people to upload their PFPs, and be on GM Farcaster. So
see, that's actually like one of the use cases that I'm actually most excited about with Emerge is like what I would call like a brand activation. Betterment did a really good one when we first launched.
Yes.
The Beeper team did a really good one. And so it's like for next to nothing, you can create a whole like campaign where people insert themselves into your brand and you get tons of UCG, right? And then if you want, you can tokenize it and, you know, maybe even let people get free money for doing it, right? So that's the goal, is just like letting people participate in the meta very quickly. It could be a brand meta, it could be a meme, it could be a moment, it could be an app coin if you wanted it to. Like you can kind of use it however you want it.
Betterment did a great one with like the Better Awards where everyone was in, like, that was really fun too.
Yeah,
when they were going to do their award show. That was really fun. I've done mostly like things that relate to like something in the news or what's going on, and it's just been a fun one. So Adrienne, I'm looking for yours right now. Did you post it?
It's still generating.
Oh, okay. When it's done, post it so I can show it. Show it on screen. I wasn't finding it, so I wasn't sure if it was ready yet. It does take a minute. You gotta let them work.
The AIs work.
You gotta let them cook. Yeah, you gotta let them cook. There was one other thing. Go ahead.
What's your biggest cost right now? Is it kind of AI infrastructure? Is it dev cost?
Engineers.
Engineering. Yeah. I've
had to basically roll off almost all my engineering talent at this point, just because it's like it's a super expensive cost. So I'm not like a dev myself. People always call me the dev, but I'm a product person. Like I tell them how I want it to work, and then they go execute for me. And at this point, our team is so like, they just love working on Emerge so much that they're like, we'll just keep working on it for free until you can figure something out, you know? So we're trying to see, you know, what our options are. We applied for the Nitro accelerator that Monad's doing, and I think we've gotten some decent signal that we're one of the more quality teams that has applied. And so that would be really nice, because it's like an influx of like $500,000 if we got into that.
That'd be great.
But aside from that, we're just trying to see like where else can we get grants or funding from to kind of keep the dream alive.
I'd love to see, and I have no idea what that funding process is, but maybe if Ethereum Foundation, I would love to see them supporting more things like this, the small builders, because this is the thing that drives attention as well. And, you know, you can even add like something Ethereum themed every month or something. I don't know. But I think something LSD Ethereum themed from their mandate. Things like that. Like, I think they would be a good crew to go to. Maybe Nouns. I don't know. Some days I say yes. Some days I say, I don't know.
Yeah, we've actually been talking about Nouns, and you know, I've workshopped some potential proposals that I wanted to send that way, and we're trying to find the right balance of like, what can we build that we know we can execute on quickly that would still drive value to the meme, right? That's what Nouns are all about. It's like, how do we proliferate the meme using kind of like the AI tech that we built, and you know, that may be something where we put in a proposal here soon. So
I'd love to see that.
I would love your help rallying the votes for it.
And, I'll be happy to help when you're ready. Let me know.
Cool.
You know where to find me. Yeah, because I'd love to see that, and I think it's something that's very Nounish in general. Like it's anytime anyone with a PFP that has Nouns glasses in it, it does some really fun things with it when you animate it too. And so I think there's something to be done there. I have one other question for you, because I saw this from our guest who was on Friday. Saltorius said, big shout out and thank you to A-Town and TryEmerge. They are helping me out with some of the inference overhead among traders. This has also enabled me to do some really cool things like fine-tune models on existing game output, the game rules, other natural language data sources like Reddit, Discord, and forums for social deduction games. There's plenty of other ways the game can plug into existing tooling that TryEmerge has to offer. The deliberation, decision making, and reaction cards being played are all getting a huge performance boost. The updates will go live shortly, so look out for them. So just kind of you were getting a shout out, so I wanted to share that shout out with everyone else. So it's nice to see the builders working together. on these things. So very
Yeah,
cool.
on that one, you know, I worked pretty hard to get us into the Google for Startups Web3 program, and with
cool.
that program, we got 100 grand of like Google credits that basically cover anything in the developer console. So all of Emerge's inference, like our text processing, our image generation, our with Nano Banana, our video generation with Veo, we've done a lot of work to make it all run through our Google like account through Comfy. So all of that is like subsidized through that Google grant, and we're not spending anywhere near, you know, the ability to spend that full 100 grand in the first year. So what we did is we spun up a separate API key for the Amongst Traders app so that Saltorius could run his inference through our Google account.
That's awesome. I love to see that collaboration, because we had him on Friday. I started playing that game like not long after it launched, and I was obsessed. So I haven't had a chance to go back in and play again, but we played live on Friday and it was so fun. So I'm glad to see, and I think it's very creative and different. And I love seeing like sort of these different takes on things that I'm not seeing anywhere else, especially around AI. Adrienne, is your generation done yet? Have you posted?
Yes. I think I did not do a great seed photo. I don't think, or I didn't prompt. It's
Does it need help?
There's a lot going on in the in the output.
Are you going to share it, or are you going to try to refine first?
I don't know. I should. Hold on. Let me see.
I'm just waiting for her to cast it so I can.
Oh, do I have to cast it for people to see it? I guess so.
I mean, or I can try and hunt it down in the mini app, but it'd be easier if you just cast it. Then I can find it quickly.
Like I screenshotted us. None of us look good because I was like, oh, our faces will get updated with other people's PFPs. But no, there's just other people's PFPs mixed in. Okay.
Oh, that's funny.
I should refine it.
You might need to refine a little bit. That's so funny. You do have to give it a little prompt. I mean, and I think the more often that you do it, you start to figure out like when you need to add a little extra, and when normally it's really good and it just does it. But every once in a while, like I've had to massage it a little bit just to get it where I want it to be. So this might be one of those instances. And also, I've told you how long it takes me to like find a good shot, and you're like, oh, I don't need to look good. I'm like, yeah, you do. And now you understand why it takes me a while to get the shot for the cover. It's not as easy as it seems. So if you look up right now and smile, then I won't have to struggle as much, Adrienne. So I'll just wait. She's busy. Quick smile for me.
Sorry.
See what I mean?
I know we're on a live stream. I get very distracted. I'm getting like fraud messages from my friends that I'm also dealing with.
Oh boy. Anyway, we may never see the generation.
Sorry.
It may take some effort.
I'll post it after.
I also like adding I like doing it in like Pixar style or cartoon style, or I think I did my the Ides of March one. I was like, keep it in a Renaissance style. Like just to see. And it was
I think it does help get a better output when you anchor it in a particular style, because the more free reign the AI has, like the worse things get, basically.
Yeah, I think it does. The style definitely seems to help. Oh, okay, wait a minute. I think Jordan put it up there for us.
Yeah, and for sure, if it's a style it's familiar with, then I guess it doesn't know Farcaster's #1 news show. Weird.
It does not. It went a little rogue. Yeah, it went a tad crazy. Yeah, you might need to refine that just a bit. Like this one was really fun. This one was fun with the and the animated one was even better. It was really funny. So, but I like how, again, Adrienne's an accessory. She's in a banner at the top. There was something else where she was like a shield or something. So she's always like an accessory somewhere in there, but it's really fun. And I think the animations are fantastic. Sometimes they really surprise me how good they are. This one was really funny. All right. Anything else that we didn't cover that you wanted to shout out or talk about that's coming up for you, or anything we may have missed?
No, I think I just would love more people, like obviously, like I can't force people to launch tokens. Some people have tokens that they're already trying to support and they feel like it would dilute their community if they launch other tokens. But I want people to think of these tokens completely different from like project tokens or app tokens or equity tokens. Like these are just markets for attention, and attention is fleeting. And if you can capture lightning in a bottle on things that people are paying attention to with a workflow, this just gives you an even more liquid way to like let that attention flow. And so open to all feedback. I will just say, like, we are a small team with limited resources. So like, while you may send me the best idea in the world, I still might not be able to act on it quickly because I just don't have the resources to do that. And so I would have loved to get this feature out like a month ago or 2 months ago, but other things we've had to just kind of work with what we got, right? And so we're continuing to try to ship fun things that people can experiment with, and just love the fact that people really enjoy using Emerge, and hopefully we can try to get more people using it when we expand beyond mini app.
We do have one important other question in the chat. Will Arsenal win the UCL?
Well, this past weekend, Man City dropped points, so it's looking like a lot better that we're going to win the UCL. And the youngest ever Premier League goal scorer happened this weekend. He's 16 years old, and he scored for Arsenal in the 96th minute. And so, I think there's 7 games left, and I'm feeling very, very good that Arsenal's going to win. And I know K-Mac's a Liverpool fan, so I'm also confident that Liverpool will not win.
Oof. Shots
he's
fired.
asking about the Champions League. I'm feeling good about the Premier League. I'm feeling less confident about the Champions League, but I still think we have a good shot. So I'll be rooting for my boys.
All right. Well, there you have it, K-Mac. There you have it. And by the way, it was a 3-hat day, just so you know. K-Mac is the one who likes to point that out. All right. Thank you so much, A-Town. We're going to let you go. We'll see you on the feed, usually in some sort of Emerge generation. It's usually how I see you these days. But thanks for stopping by, and I'll be reaching out about a hat.
Yeah,
I need a hat.
DM me your address. I'm not going to charge you. I'm just going to.
I will be happy to pay for shipping. If I would be happy to pay for shipping. I just want the hat. Thanks so much, A-Town. We'll see you. Adrienne, look up and say goodbye.
Thank you.
Like, at least say goodbye. Say goodbye to the guests.
I was waiting. I'm a little busy here. I
know. You're generating things, and
I didn't even get to ask him which direction he faces in the shower.
Oh no. Well, you know what? That sounds like a great opportunity for an Emerge. An Emerge workflow.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously.
Keep it safe for work. But we should we should do that. Eating a kiwi.
That would be funny. Eating a kiwi. We could do all the memes. It is
Emerge
it's so fun.
So fun. It really is.
So fun. It's one of my favorite mini apps since it launched. And I go through phases where I get a little obsessed, as you can see from my P&L, my Emerge P&L. I spend a lot more than I get to claim, but that's okay because I just like it. I just do it for fun. It's a joy. Really and if you like NFTs, if you've been watching this over on Twitter and you're like, I have never seen this app and I have no idea what it is. And if you like NFTs, you will love this because it really takes that sort of generative PFP kind of vibe, and you get this very unique thing that is very fun. So highly recommend checking it out.
I like his attitude about the tokenization of things too.
Yeah, I do too.
Which is, up here you've got securities.
Yeah.
Like where you think about traditional finance. And we keep trying to create this kind of tokenization layer on things that are not capital C corporations, and what that means. And you're kind of bringing all this baggage in terms of, and we obviously saw Jesse do this with the base app, was like, look, every creator should have a token and every content should, and PTSD, and that's legit and that's fine. But But the experimentation vibe of like, just try things and don't overthink, and it's not that deep, and it's kind of cool.
Yeah. And I don't disagree. I didn't disagree with the thesis. I felt like early and execution maybe wasn't the right direction, if that makes sense. Like I think the Zora app, there's something there. It's very interesting. But why I like this is it gets this like creativity where you become part of the meme in terms of the visual, and then the token secondary, right? The token's going to be whether or not you can decide just not to even launch it if you didn't want to, and just stick with the creativity. Or if all of a sudden it's popping off like crazy, you're like, oh, maybe I should launch that thing. You know what I mean? Like it can be sort of a like that. Most of the time, I've never expected to make money off of my Emerge workflows. I do it for the love,
Yeah.
So,
but it is fun to like see it and be able to see that when you've created when you create a meme and then you see 20 of your friends also launch, it's fun.
It's fun. And I also like the idea that you can do it for other people. If you see one and you're like, I've got to see what this looks like with this person's PFP. And I did that there was that one that was the Escher. I think it was the Escher one that I think Garrett had launched it, the stairs. And like that one with Rachel Wilkins's PFP was just phenomenal. And I was like, I just want to see what this looks like. And it was fantastic. So it's just like, sometimes it's just like a creative moment that's just really fun. All right, everybody. Like a better version of a content coin. Yeah. I mean, that's what it feels like, a different iteration of a content coin that's not about necessarily your thoughts on the timeline, but like an actual creative moment that maybe that takes off, and that's speaking to something memeified in the, in the world or whatever. So anyway, all right, everybody, this has been fun. We're going to have another fun show on Wednesday that you're not going to want to miss with Jacek, and we're going to be talking degen. And it's going to be, I'm really curious to see, his thoughts on the sloth, what's going on there. I really am curious to get a better understanding of what the new direction is and where we're going with degen. So that is going to be Wednesday. Join us right here. If you need some notifications, add the GM Farcaster mini app over on Farcaster, or base app still, maybe. Not sure that's quite ready anymore. I don't know.
Sure.
Did you? Okay. All right.
I think you can still, the mini app works, and
I just don't know if the notifications are working. I don't know if they're working over there anymore. Or you can just follow GM Farcaster over on Twitter or YouTube, set notifications there, and you'll get those as well. All right. So that's it for us, everybody. We'll see you Wednesday. We've got an early one on Wednesday. We'll be here at 8:30 a.m. Eastern, and then Jacek will join us about 30 minutes in. So we will see you all then. And until then, everyone, bye-bye. Thanks for joining us for this episode of GM Farcaster. And thank you to all our partners and HyperSub supporters bringing this episode to you. Follow the GM Farcaster channel for all the latest updates, and add our mini app on Farcaster and the base app. Until next time, bye-bye.